Today, we are going to interview Aleksandr. He is the founder of the mental arithmetic school, Pifagorka. Hello, Aleksandr. Good afternoon. Aleksandr, tell us when you launched the business, how your school functions, and how long ago you became a franchiser, where your franchisees are from, and how successful your business is. We opened the business in 2014. We have 5 school branches in 2 cities. We also collaborate with over 100 franchisees in Russia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Moldova and Tajikistan.
Kazakhstan, Moldova, Tajikistan.
Great. So, over 100 school branches have been opened in less than a year. And what will your future dealers receive once they sign the agreement? First and foremost, they will receive the guidelines on how to run the business and how to teach mental arithmetic to children. And how exactly will they get these guidelines? In person or perhaps by post? They will receive them in both print and as video materials. So the dealers will get the access to our study materials. Should they have any questions, they will get in touch with us and we'll help them out. Our specialists can also visit the franchisee to help them, should the franchisee want them to. In this case, the partner would have to cover all travel and other expenses, right? This way your specialist will be able to travel anywhere in the world. Yes, exactly. And how will you support the dealers after the training, considering they won't be able to speak Russian? We are planning to use the English language for communication with our partners, as most people speak English nowadays. So, if the dealer has any questions about the material that you send them in English, they can ask you to help them out, even if their questions aren't about your teaching methodologies, but about running the business. And how soon will you provide your support in this case? Normally, we respond to queries within a day. Partners often have questions that our managers can answer both quickly and professionally. I think we'll be working with our international partners in the same way. If the partners come from European countries, we will be able to communicate with them in German, French, and Spanish. Speakers of these languages work for us. However, we will have to communicate in English with the other dealers. Aleksandr, could you please tell us about your experience? The school Pifagorka is the leader in mental arithmetic, and it only took you a year and a half to become one. Our company advertises your franchise, and we know that many competitors are emerging in the market now, but none of them have as much representatives as you do. So tell us about the mental arithmetic in general. Many people don't really know what it is. Tell us about the achievements of your students. I know that many of them participate in popular contests. Tell us more about that too, please. Well, mental arithmetic can be called an exercise encouraging intellectual development. Mental arithmetic came to us from Japan and China. In Japan, it is considered an intellectual sport. Studying according to this methodology, children develop their intellectual abilities. Their memory, concentration, and attentiveness improve. Often parents of 5 to 8-year-olds will notice their improvement rather quickly. Within 3 to 6 months, a child's intellectual development and achievements can become quite obvious. Our company's success in Russia and other countries is likely related to the effectiveness of mental arithmetic as a methodology. And of course, Bonplan contributes greatly to our success as well. Our business idea itself also attracts our partners. They enjoy seeing that their work brings great results. And of course what's important for parents is their children's improvements in development. There are lots of extracurricular activities for children nowadays, and your school stands out due to good customer feedback, as well as satisfied parents and successful students. You also have a great marketing strategy. You have your own newspaper, as well as your website where kids can play games using mental arithmetic. This must be your main competitive advantage. Based on your experience of working in Russia, where the purchasing power isn't very high, how much can a dealer make if they open a school branch in a small town like yours, with a population of, let's say, 200,000 people? Well, in the last September our revenue amounted to 700,000 rubles. September is the most profitable month. In October, we earned 500,000 rubles. So in 2 months, our net profit was about 500,000 rubles. Are you talking about the profits you gain from one school branch, or all branches opened in your city? You should know that every school branch is a small classroom of about 15 square meters where children study. Today, there are 3 such classrooms in our city, and we are going to open 2 more soon. The 3 school branches have been working for 2 to 3 years, and they bring us the profit I mentioned earlier. So the turnover in your city amounts to about $10,000, and considering that all the classrooms are quite small, the dealers can open more branches in their cities, if this would be more convenient for their customers. Yes, exactly. Our students' parents prefer Pifagorka branches located closer to their homes or their children's secondary schools. Sometimes we open branches in secondary schools so that their students could study mental arithmetic. It's a good way to organize an extracurricular activity within a school. I'd like to point out that our viewers can check your website and see that your classrooms don't require expensive equipment. Potential partners can evaluate the purchasing power in their cities and realize that the business would be popular even in small towns. I know that your company branches have been opened even in villages, so the business is a success everywhere. Yes, I agree. Judging by the experience of other schools in China and Japan, soon enough there should be a mental arithmetic schools in every Russian town and village. They will be just as popular as English language schools. True. And I guess another competitive advantage of your school is that you don't offer online lessons. Children have to attend classes in order to learn how to count using abaci. In fact, there are many online courses, but they aren't very reliable. We attended workshops in Japan, and the professionals there don't approve of online lessons either. You see, children have been shown how to move their fingers correctly when calculating on abaci. Besides, when attending our classes, children don't just study there, but also communicate with their friends. And also their parents can talk to each other and discuss their children's progress, right? Yes, that's right. Another difference between our classes and online lessons is that we host large contests, and we are the only ones organizing contests in Russia. We held a contest in Moscow and had more than 150 participants from 50 different cities. We're planning to organize another event this year with over 300 participants from Russia and other countries. Great. Well, thank you, Aleksandr. Last question. Would you mind if we publish this video online? Of course not. Perfect. Good luck to you. I think you'll be able to host international contests soon, and children from different countries will learn about mental arithmetic. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.